Hello guys, so this is a breakdown of my final and the app I made. It's called StockLens and it's basically a stock viewing app. Which helps users to look at the markets real time and also get news feeds which may affect these market structures and aid them in making informed decisions as to when to buy or sell or generally enter the market. So these are the codes that I used basically, and this is the main that shows the landing page like when you first install the app. But because of time, I can't demonstrate that right now. When you install the app, the page that you see, or yeah, we can do that. But talk about the important algorithms as it installs. So let's run. So when you run, it's basically installing. And let's look at the other important things. So when it comes to models, these two, these these two classes are responsible for fetching the coins and the other for fetching the charts, basically. And they are they are basically visualized using the pages, what do you call it? The select coin dart, which visualizes the data and uses it and shows it as graphs for the user to see. So here the select coin does that. So that installing. So you can now allow for the notifications because you want real-time news. Don't want to lacking behind when those opportunities come by. I get started. Then we didn't use heavy authentications because the app is generally a viewing app and doesn't require for any heavy authentication because the user isn't really putting in any vital information that needs protecting. So yeah, when we come down here, this also enables the user to see the the graphs in different time frames. Let me demonstrate. So you can this is currently the monthly time frame. You can see it in the daily time frame, you can see it in the weekly time frame, and so on. Yeah, let's move on to the other important codes like the watch list. The watch list basically entails you, the user, adding your favorite coins so that you can easily access them and view them at will. Exactly. You can choose to manage your watch list and then remove some items. You can choose to add items. And if you can't find the coin on the homepage and you wish to search for it, you can equally search for it here. Hold on. I think there are some issues. Uh, so yeah, and then let's move on to the services. We have the back service that does which handles the app in the background so that when even if it's minimized or closed, we will still be getting news notifications in the background. As you can see, the notification just for that because we just installed it. Of course, it wouldn't come in the background. So we have to kind of start by opening the news page so that it opens up now. The subsequent data would still pop up. The subsequent notification will still pop up even if the app is minimized. So over here, the news, let's talk about the news dot that too. The most interesting thing about this bit of code here is the fetch news, where I put in my API keys and whatnot, and it fetches the news real time from FinHub, gets everything about it, even the images that we are seeing here. So I made a such that if you tap on the card, it takes you straight to the URL so that you can read the entire article and help you make more informed decisions. Exactly. So here's the article. And it works like that for all the other newscards. You can choose to manage your feed too and either delete or even archive certain articles that you feel are too old to still be there. My bad. You can archive them. Then when it comes to archives, they'll show there. You can choose to move them back. In that case, you see them back where you took them from, or you can you can choose to delete them. Exactly. So that's how the news works, and all the functions for those things are here. Handling the refreshers, I made sure to use the liquid pool to refresh to handle that to give us the dynamic feel. So, exactly. So as you can see, the new articles that just dropped in are popping up, and when and you can come over to your settings as well. There isn't really much to see there except changing your profile. And because I use authentication tokens, this profile save, and even when you close the app and you reopen it to bring you straight back to the home page where you see that yes, indeed, it's saving these tokens using kind courtesy of the shared preferences dependency. Yeah, and this noti.dat is responsible for the notifications that we see, giving it a news channel, and is initializing for Android and iOS as well. But in this case, you're coding for Android, so the iOS part could be ignored. Then you initialize all of them in the main.dat right here. Notification permission and all that. Request notification permission. Uh, yeah, exactly. Where you'll be able to receive the notifications as well. The news.dat. So these are some of the interesting codes I used. And yeah, another one is the API manager to manage the code so that we don't use too much requests and end up timing out. The watch list manager as well that manages helps you to delete, add, and all that to the watch list basically. So this is just brief, something brief about my code. I made use of shared preferences. I made use of um, Flutter background services, and some other interesting dependencies that help me achieve what this app can do. I also added a little visuals to it, such that you can toggle the theme to light theme to cater for those with visual issues. Some people don't like the dark theme. Some people too prefer it. So yeah, I added this to help them out. Exactly. So yeah, that's about all for my presentation. Thank you very much.